I'd like to welcome our first guest on the show today, Stacie Walters with Time to Remember. Thank you so much for being a part of our show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome, Stacie. Good to have you on the show.
Good to see you, Tony.
Let's jump right in. Tell us a little bit about your company.
Wow, we have been around since before 2000 hit. Actually, I've been doing photographs since I turned about 6 or 7 and loved it my whole life. And then in 2000 we started our business, and we've moved the business 3 times. We're finally staying where we are and not running away anymore. And it wasn't running away. It was Frank was in the military. So this is our 3rd studio, and it's in our home, and we're very blessed to be back in Brunswick County.
I think that makes you very unique that you do have a studio and home, and we've actually done some photos with you through the chamber as well, and I had a lot of fun in studio. So tell us a little bit about, do you do weddings? Do you just do in-studio photos? Tell us a little bit about the variety of stuff that you do.
It's so amazing. You know, I've been in this business for so long. We've had so much fun with it. Some of my favorite stuff to photograph is in the studio, but we go all over, up and down the East Coast, and we're getting back into our weddings now, where we had taken a little hiatus and when you're a wedding photographer or a photographer in general, when you take a hiatus, that means doing 4 weddings instead of doing 12 or 15 or 20. Right. One year in Columbus, Georgia, we did 52 weddings in 1 year. Wow. So and we needed a little break when we got here. We had to build our house out of an old tobacco barn. So that was pretty much what we were doing for the first 4 years here. And now we're ready to jump back in and have some fun with weddings. I love brides. Every one of them is just like every person. Everybody's different. And so you get something unique from everyone that you work with. And we work very closely with our brides, sometimes our grooms as well, but most of the time our brides and mommies and dads and stuff like that. But we do here in the studio a lot of different work, not only weddings, but also high school seniors and babies. I love the babies. And we just try to have as much fun as we possibly can.
Your facility here is unique. It is in your home. Your studio, I heard your daughter say eclectically something earlier. It was a very unique statement. There are so many different things that you can do in the space, but not only in the space inside the house. We've been out here before, as Megan said, and done shootings for our headshots and different things for the chamber. You have a whole plethora of things to do outside too, of different your artistic juices get flowing, and I've seen the photos. It's amazing the different things that you can do. You use props from old movies.
Mm-hmm. We do.
Cars,
old cars.
trucks, boats.
It's very shabby chic.
Is that the word?
Shabby chic is what we're looking for. Yeah, there's lots of stuff out there, kind of like in my brain. There's lots of stuff going on in my brain, and we just have plenty to choose from. Yeah,
that's what I like about your facility. People can come in here, and it's like going to Hobby Lobby with everything you could ever want for a photographer, or for a photo shoot. You can be, if you want to be a fireman today, if you want to be in a farm with sheep, whatever it is that you want to do, you guys can make it happen here. And that's what really makes Time to Remember such an awesome photography studio.
And you have so much fun with it. I know that we've used you for a few events, and you've brought in a photo booth. And I have not only seen it with chamber events, but with other people as well. And that is so much fun. You have props in it, and it just makes for a great event. So what else can you do other than like a photo booth for events?
Wow, we can bring you an old car if you want an old car. There's lots of cool different things. The photo booth is extremely popular, especially now with weddings. It just adds a little bit of something to do in between that hour or so, or we hope to have at least an hour for our formals after the wedding, before the reception. But it also has just something to do throughout the whole reception. It's a lot of fun, and we have lots of different props and different ways that we can set up the background for the photo booth, and that is, you're able to give that gift of memories right then that day, which is really nice.
And I know you had y'all were at the Oyster Festival, and we had a whole lot of fun with the photo booth with Ozzy, and I know all the guests had a great time. So that was very unique.
Yeah, it's really cool. The way that we do our photo booth is really neat too, because for weddings we have the ability to split it in half, and so the bride has one half and the guest has the other, and it's like a built-in gift as well as something for the bride to be able to see later.
That's very neat.
And that photo booth is available if anybody's having an event, correct? They can contact you guys here at Time to Remember, and we'll talk more later about how to get in contact with you and your location and all, but that could be used for weddings, anniversaries, any type of charitable organizations that are having fundraisers and want to do something different. It's a great opportunity for them to bring in something to keep everybody active.
And it does. It's a lot of fun.
I think we touched on this a little bit in the beginning, but I think what makes your company so unique is that it's a family business. And I love every time I come here or every time I see you at an event, your kids are working with you and they're helping you and your husband. It's wonderful, and I think that's very, very special. So I love hearing your stories, and I love seeing your family, and it just makes it fun.
I think family should be number one in anything and everything that you do. Our togetherness is very important and it's priceless to me. And you're right. Wyatt can run that photo booth like it's nobody's business. He's got it down pat. And Madison is fabulous at all the different things that she helps me with. I'm not sure what I'm going to do without her in the fall when she goes to Appalachian State, but we'll go visit, and hopefully she'll come back. And Frank, without Frank, there would be no Time to Remember at all. He's been, since the very beginning, my rock, and he's my light man, and he's everything that there is for us for Time to Remember. So family is just part of it, and I think that it's very important for the children to realize, any children to realize, that you have to work in this world to make it in this world. So that's what we try to teach.
Okay.
Stacie, we're going to do look at a bridal shot that you've brought in someone that you actually found through Facebook. You put out there on your Time to Remember Facebook that you wanted to have someone in the studio today while we're doing this. Tell us a little bit about that situation and how this came to be and what we're going to be doing.
Sure. I just figured that since some of my favorite work to do is in-studio bridal, old Hollywood style bridals, we would just kind of see Emily, and we put it out on Facebook, and I was pleasantly surprised at how many people would come out on a Tuesday afternoon. But I chose Emily because it's her 5th wedding anniversary, and bless her heart, she's got the dress and she's ready, and she was unable to do bridals when she got married. She had a beautiful wedding, but she was unable to do her bridals, and so that just struck me as important to have a photo or two. And for her husband's anniversary present, she has come to get her bridals today. And also, he's might mention he's an Iraqi veteran. He sure is, and, served 2 tours over there, and it's just awesome that you're doing this for the family of a vet. I really appreciate that.
That's special.
That is special.
Well, we would love for you to share your contact information. You are a wonderful photographer that is so creative and so fun, and so we want our viewers to be able to contact you and go to your website and call you and set up some sessions. So if you'll share your contact information, please. Sure.
Time to Remember, Portrait Artist. We are at 573 Danford Road in Bolivia, North Carolina. Our website is www.2r clicks, like the camera, clicks.com. And you can find us on Facebook under Time to Remember as well. Stacie and Frank Walter, Time to Remember.
Thank you so much for being on our show. We'll be right back.
Thank you.